stay on. Oh my God. Get off of there. $17.25. Oh, he got himself one.
Yeah, he did. He's happy now. The grebe out here has been munching too. There you go.
It's a good fish.
Is that on the jig?
15.75.
Nice.
16.5. All right, so we've caught fish on chatterbait, buzzbait, and flipping. The flipping bite definitely is interesting. I was not expecting to do that, but it is definitely a sign for the event that there is a bite there potentially. Probably test that a couple days before. Just bury a hook into a plastic and not set on anything. So it definitely is in the back of my mind for potential late afternoon bite, late morning when everything else kind of dies down. But that's all determined on what we find on day 1 and 2 before the event. So it's been a good morning though. I've got a 17, 2 16s, a 15, and a 13. So we've got a limit, and it is 7 o'clock. I figured there would be fish back here, and they should just keep loading up back here in the coming weeks. But I definitely want to check out some other areas on those 2 days before the event. What's going on, everybody? I wanted to discuss kind of my thought process going into the couple days before the event with pre-fishing. As you guys saw, I was setting super hard. We are about 3 weeks away from the event, and I wanted to give you guys some tips of how I like to go into those couple days before. A lot of the times, if I found a bait that is working early in the week, I'm going to take an old version of that bait and cut a hook off. So this is the buzzbait that I was using during the pre-fishing that you just saw, and I took the hook almost completely off of it. There is a little notch on the where the hook was, and I just took a bunch of super glue and put it on the keeper. This is still going to show you blow up, show you that fish are in the area, still give you an idea of how these fish are setting up. The other bait I like to do it with is a chatterbait. Very similar to how I set that last one up, just cut off the hook at the base of where the hook would be exposed and threw a bunch of super glue on it. And the other bait, or any soft plastic that you're going to test during pre-fishing, at least the 1 or 2 days before the event, I will completely bury that hook into the plastic. Still have it you know, pretty straight up and down as you would normally rig a plastic. But this is going to allow you to not sore mouth those fish, number one. Number two, still going to show you that fish are in the area and that you are onto something. And I may still tie on a regular bait with a hook and catch one fish in that area. And the reason we're going to do that is just to check the quality of fish that are in the area. During this time of year, these fish are schooling up and they're feeding, and the bite is typically on fire. So I'm expecting quite a bit of blowups and really dialing in the chatterbait and the buzzbait. Now that we've discussed kind of my thought process going into these next 2 days, I will catch you guys back out on the water. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, 2 days before the event. We're down at the schoolhouse. Like I talked about, throwing a buzzbait with no hook on it. Already got one blow up just a second ago, but lighting was not very good. We're just gonna cover some water and try to figure out, you know, if fish are down here. But it's hard for me to leave history. I'm gonna go check out Windy Hill tomorrow and just see if I have some confidence in that area. After what we saw day one of pre-fishing, which was 2 weeks ago, I kind of just want to get a feel for there. Worst comes to worst, we just send it somewhere else and go try to find 5 fish. But I'm gonna keep throwing this one around. I'm gonna change up color a little bit too. Might throw that wake bait around. See if we can get a fish or 2 on it. But I don't know. Should be interesting. It's a beautiful day outside right now. It's supposed to be like 101 today, I believe. But light breeze all day long, and water temp 77 degrees. But it should warm up the further down we get. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what he's doing.
Kent rented an Airbnb in Tonto Basin.
Did he?
Yeah. Like, do they have food there? Yeah, they got a grocery store and a bar and grill. Tackle shop closed.
Got me one.
A dink or a good one?
He's scoreable. Stop turning. Probably. Got a nasty gill plate. Hey. Good morning, everybody. Alright, so game plan today. We're just checking off water, making sure fish are in the area. This is probably where I'm going to launch tomorrow. Day one of the tournament. I have a lot of confidence going back into Salome, and I have a couple late afternoon stuff that I can do. One being a point that has a hump on it, that direction, and then I've got the island that I like to hit at the very end of the day. And I don't know, this is a confidence area for me. As far as day 2 goes though, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. But no, we're just gonna head back here, make sure there's fish in the area. Then we're gonna go hop over to those points and humps and scan those, make sure there's fish on them, and then roll it into tomorrow. It'll probably be a short day today. I'll probably be off the water by 11:30, 12 o'clock. Oh yeah. So let's discuss what we just watched. Thursday pre-fishing. We launched down at Schoolhouse. Got on some topwater fish first thing in the morning. Got a few blowups sporadically. And covered a bunch of water. When it came to the afternoon, those fish weren't pushing any shad down there that I found. And we went offshore to about 15 to 25 foot of water. And we're throwing that drop shot around. We ended up catching a fish that was 15 to 16 inches. And it really set something in the back of my mind for the afternoon, which showed me that I could catch fish all day if that topwater bite is on in the morning. Now, Friday, we went down to Windy Hill, got a huge blow up in the back of Salome, and covered a bunch of water there. At about 10 a.m. in that last clip, I saw that fish pushing shad and was able to get her to strike, showing me that I could still get bit on a buzzbait up until 10 a.m. And that's how I wanted to fish this week. However, with that heat that pushed in this past week, it did push those fish offshore in the afternoon, which told me that, you know, I needed to put that down and focus elsewhere. And in the next coming videos, you guys are going to see that. I look forward to showing you guys the days I had, because there was some epic clips and some funny clips. So those videos should be out in the next week, and I look forward to seeing your guys' reactions to some of the stuff that happened.